Okay, so I think we can move to the next question now. So here first we can just draw the Venn diagram. So no cap is shirt. Okay, so cap and shirt don't have a relation. Okay. Now the next statement says that some trousers are caps. So that means trouser and cap have a some relation. Okay. The last conclusion statement says that all belt are shirts. Okay. So belt has to be entirely inside the shirt. Okay. So what we can do here is so we can place the shirt outside. Okay. Now just discussing the conclusions now. So the first conclusion says that no cap is trouser. So cap and trouser doesn't have a relation. So we can easily say that cap and in the statement there we already given that some trousers are caps. So can we say no cap is trouser? No. Okay. So that is direct understood that no relation is not possible. Okay. Now the second conclusion says that all belts are trousers. Okay. That all the belts are trousers. Is it right or wrong? Or can we say that all belt are trouser? No. Okay. Because they don't have a direct relation. What we can say is, okay, if we are just going in detail now. So we can say all belts are trouser is not possible. Okay. That is understood. So how can belt and trouser be connected? If we are just trying to connect it, we can say that since cap and shirt have a no relation, so since belt is inside shirt, we can say that some trousers are not belt has to be right here. Okay. So if they are asking a conclusion like that, it has to be right, but all belts are trouser is 100% wrong here. Okay. So here as well both are wrong. So which option is the right one? Neither option. Okay. So fourth option is our answer here. Neither conclusions follow. Okay. Now moving on to the next question. Okay. So question number 20. We are just looking statements they have given. So first we can draw the Venn diagram. So no crow is bird. Okay. So that means crow and bird are not having a relation here. Okay, the second statement, some parrots are crows. So parrots and crow have a some relation. Okay. The last one, no bird is sparrow. Okay. So bird and sparrow don't have a relation. So bird is here. So bird and sparrow are also not having a relation. Okay. Now just discussing the conclusions here. So what does the first conclusion say? No crow is sparrow. So sparrow is here, crow is here. So as we can see, they don't have a direct relation. So can we say no crow is sparrow? We are not sure about that. So we have to mark this definite conclusion as wrong. Okay. Now moving on to the next conclusion here. Some parrots are not birds. Okay. So just discussing that parrots and birds. Okay. So is it right or wrong? Yeah, this one is right. If just we are going in detail, as we can see here, crows and bird have a no relation, and crows and bird have a some relation. Sorry, crows and parrot have a some relation, as we can see. Okay. So from this we can say that some parrots are not bird has to be right, because these both, that is crow and bird, have a no relation. Parrot and crow have a some relation. So this portion of bird can't be connected with the bird. So some not is right here. That is some parrots are not bird is the right conclusion here. Okay. So the first one is wrong and the second one is right. So which is our option? Yeah, option 2, that only conclusion 2 follows is the right one. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Yeah, okay. So first just pause this video and try this question, okay, and just try to mark your answers in the comment of this video. Then just cross verify your answer. Okay. Yeah. Now moving to the statement, what here they have given 4 statements. So, just drawing it, first statement they have given that some milk are curd. Okay. So, we can just draw that milk and curd are connected using the sum relation. Okay. Now, some curd are buttermilk. So, curd and buttermilk are also, we can just mark buttermilk as BM. Okay. Now, all buttermilk are butter. So, all the buttermilk are butter. So, this is butter. Okay. Now, the last statement, no butter is ghee. So, butter and ghee have a no relation here. Okay. So, this is how our Venn diagram looks like. Now, just cross verifying the conclusions here. So, the first conclusion says that no buttermilk is ghee. So, they have told that buttermilk and ghee have a no relation. Okay. So, is it right or wrong? No, we have to mark this as right. What is the reason? What is the reasoning behind it? As we know, butter and ghee have a no relation and buttermilk is entirely inside butter. So, if butter has a no relation with ghee, then buttermilk also has a no relation with ghee. Okay. So, that is why the first conclusion is right here. Okay. Now, discussing the second conclusion, some butter are curd. So, is it right? Yes, this is also right, because as we can see, butter is this big circle and curd is this the second circle. So, we can see there is a common portion between the two. So, that is why the sum relation works here. Okay. So, so both conclusions are right here. So, which is our option? Our option is both follows. Okay. So, good question. I hope that you got the conclusions right of both the. Okay. So, the important one was the first one. Okay. So, just cross verify it. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Moving on to the next question here. Okay. So, first we can draw the Venn diagram as we are doing in every question. So, some letters are envelope. Okay. So, some letters are envelope. Okay. No envelope is post office. So, envelope and post office, I am just placing it as PO. So, they have a no relation. Now, the last one, some post office are postmen. Okay. Some post office are postmen. Okay. Now, just cross verifying the conclusions. Some postmen are letters. Is it right or wrong? Okay. So, as you can directly see that postmen and letters, do they have a direct relation? No. So, if they do not have a direct relation, in case of a definite conclusion, it has to be wrong. Okay. Now, the second one, what does it say? No postmen are letters. Okay. So, no postmen are letters, it is right or wrong? Postmen and letters, as we have already seen, they do not have a relation directly. So, every relation is wrong here. Okay. So, we can say from this case that both the conclusions are wrong here. Okay. Okay. So, we have to just discuss a condition which is called either or condition. Okay. So, if we have to mark our answer as either or, there are three conditions here. So, the first condition says that both of the elements of the given conclusion must be same. Okay. So, the two conclusions are given, the elements have to be same. So, first point is that. The second point says that one conclusion must be positive and the other must be negative. Okay. So, what is positive negative mean? That means if it is connected with some and all, as we know that conclusion is positive, and if it is connected with some not and no, it has to be negative. So, they have told that one has to be a positive conclusion and the second has to be a negative one. Okay. Now, third point, what does it say? Both the conclusion must be wrong individually. That is, individually if when we see, both have to be wrong. Okay. So, if these 3 points are okay, then we can just try for a either or condition. Okay. So, we have some complementary pairs here, just discussing it. So, these are the two complementary pairs. Okay. The first one is some A are not B and all A are B. The second complementary pair is some A are B and no A are B. Okay. So, in this case as well, there is a point which says that in case of some not and all, the elements have to be in the same position. That means, if I am saying that some A are not B, then all A are B. The positions of the elements have to be in the right position. So, here I can't say that if some A are not B and all B are A, we can't say that case will be an either or case. So, that is an important point, that in case of sum not and all, the elements position has to be in the same position in both the cases. Okay. But in case of sum not and all, if the positions are changing, the elements position are changing as well, that does not affect our answer. Okay. So, that is an important point, that in this case, if the elements are changing, that for example, if I am saying that some B are A and no A are B. Okay. That means, if I am changing the position of the elements, that does not affect our answer in case of sum and no. Okay. But it will affect in case of sum not and all. Okay. So, in case of sum not and all, if if the statement is given like some A are not B and they have given that all B are A. Okay. So, here we can see the position of the elements have changed. So, if it changes, in this case we can't give the option as either or. Okay. So, that is an important point. Okay. In sum and no, we can change the position of the elements, that does not affect our answer. But in case of sum not and all, if the position changes, the answer has to be neither nor instead of either or. Okay. Now, there is an exception pair as well. Okay. So, the exception pair is this, all A are B and no A are B. Okay. So, if all and no are coming, okay, they might all the three conditions might be right for them, but this pair we won't be giving the option as either or. Okay. By the simple logic that if I just reading the two statements, that in first statement what we are saying, that all A are B, that means every A in total is inside B. In the second pair what we are saying, no A are B, that means they do not have a relation. Okay. So, that both the statements are logically not perfect. So, that is why in the either or case, if all and no are connected, even if they are even if all the conditions are okay, then also this pair is an exception pair. Okay. So, if this pair is coming, you can direct mark your answer as neither nor. Okay. So, that is an important sort of a concept. Okay. Now, if you just now moving to the question that we were discussing. Okay. So, we were discussing this question. So, as we can see here, just when we discuss with the statement, the conclusions were wrong. Okay. Both the conclusions were wrong here. So, if both the conclusions are wrong, then you can just start with the either or condition. So, the three conditions what were there? The first condition says that the elements have to be same. So, as we can see here, the elements are same. Okay, postman and letters. The first point is okay in case of either or. What was the second condition? One has to be a positive conclusion, the other has to be a negative conclusion. So, as we can see, one's conclusion is starting with some, the other is starting with no. So, directly we can say that condition is also satisfied. And the third point said that both have to be wrong individually. Okay. So, that is also okay in this condition. So, the three conditions are okay. This is also our complementary pair. Okay. Sum and no is a complementary pair. So, here we can mark our answer as option 4, that either conclusions follow. Okay. So, important concept. I hope that you got that either or case. Okay. So, when we have to look for either or, if both the conclusions are wrong, in that case you can just try for either or. Okay. So, three conditions are there, they have to obey, and we have also two complementary pairs. So, you can also look for that as well to mark if it is either or neither nor. Okay. So, hope that you got the concept there. Okay. Now, moving on to the next question. Okay. Now, first we can just draw the Venn diagram here. So, no animal is rat. So, animal and rat. are having no relation. Okay. Then some cows are animals. So that means cow and animal have a some relation. All bears are rat. Okay. So bear has to be inside rat. Okay. So you can just draw that. So bear is inside rat. Okay. Okay, now just looking through the conclusions. The first conclusion says that some animals are cow. So some animals are cow, is it right? Yes. So they have already given you the statement that some cows are animals. So we know in this some case the reverse is always right. Okay. So first conclusion is right. Now second conclusion says that no bear is animal. That is bear and animal don't have a relation. Is it right? Yes, it is right. Why? Because as you can see, this animal and rat have a no relation and bear is inside rat. Okay. So if bear has a no relation with animal, then if rat has a no relation with animal, then we can say that bear also in this case has a no relation with animal. Okay. So that's why the second one is right. So here both are right. So which option we can mark? Both conclusions follow. Okay. So hope that you are getting it. Moving to the next one. Okay, so here what we can do, just pause the video first, okay, and just try the question out. After that, just cross verify your answers. Okay. Now, first what we can do, like we are doing in every question, just try to draw the Venn diagram. Okay. So here the first statement is a bit different. We haven't got a statement that starts with some not. So first what we can do, we can just draw that. So some mechanics are not plumbers. So some not, how we are going to draw it, that some portion of mechanic is not connected to plumbers. Okay. So we have drawn that in the Venn diagram. Now all plumbers are qualified. Okay. So plumbers are inside. So plumbers are inside qualified. Okay. Now the third one says that no qualified is skilled. So qualified and skilled have a no relation here. Okay. Now moving to the conclusion part. First conclusion says that no skilled is plumber. So skilled and plumber, they are saying they have a no relation. So as we can see, skilled is this circle and plumber is this. So as we know, this qualified and skilled have a no relation, and plumber is completely inside the qualified part. So we can easily say that no skilled is plumber is also right. Okay. Now moving to the next conclusion, no mechanic is skilled. Is it right or wrong? So mechanic is here, skilled is that circle. Do they have a direct relation here? No, they don't have a direct relation. So we can directly say that this conclusion doesn't follow. Okay. So here the first one follows and the second one is not following. So which is our option here? Yeah, first option, that is only conclusion one follows. Okay. So hope that you got the answer here. First one was important here. First one, why did we tick that as right? Because we knew that qualified and skilled have a no relation and plumber is completely inside qualified. Okay. So that means plumber and skilled have a no relation is right then. Okay. Second one was easy because they don't have a direct relation and it is a definite conclusion. So 100% we can say that that conclusion doesn't follow. Okay. Okay. So first one only follows. So only conclusion one follows is the right in this case. Okay. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Yeah. Okay. So first we can draw the diagram here. So no cycle is tire. Okay. So cycle and tire have a no relation here. Then no tire is tube. So this is tire. So tire and tube have a no relation. Okay. The last one, all tube is punctured. Okay. So tube is completely inside. We can say it is punctured. Okay. Yeah. Now discussing the conclusions here. No cycle is tube. So cycle and tube have a no relation. Is it right or wrong? Cycle and tube. So cycle and tube are not directly connected. So can we say they have no relation? No. So not having a direct relation, and it is a definite conclusion. That's why this conclusion is wrong. Okay. Now the second conclusion, what does it say? Some puncture are not tire. Some puncture is not tire, they have told. So puncture and tire, as we can see, that tire and tube have a no relation. Okay. And tube is completely inside puncture. So from that, what we can say, that some puncture are not tire is right. Okay. Because puncture is the outer circle, this much portion is not connected to tire, as they have told in the statement part. So from there we can derive that some portion of puncture are not tire is right there. Okay. So the first one is wrong and the second one is right. So which option is our answer here? Yeah, second option, that only conclusion 2 follows. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Okay. So first we can draw the diagram here. So here as well the first statement starts with some not. Okay. So what does the statement say? Some poets are not poetess. Okay. So some poets, this is poet, some poets are not poetess. Okay. Now the second statement says that all poetess are serious. So all poetess are serious. Okay. Now the third statement says that no serious is diligent. Okay. Serious and diligent is having a no relation here. Okay. Yeah. Now moving to the conclusion part, no poet is diligent, as they have told. Okay. So do poet and diligent have a direct relation here? No. So they don't have a direct relation. So from here we can say that the first conclusion is wrong. Okay. Now moving on to the second conclusion, some poetess are not poets, as they have told. Okay. So is this right or wrong? Okay. They have already said that some poets are not poetess. So as we said, in case of some and no, the reverse is right, but in case of all and some not, is it right? No, we can't say it. So that's why second conclusion is wrong here. Okay. So hope that you got that, because in case of some not, they have, in the statement they have given that some poets are not poetess. But the reverse case, we can't say it is right or wrong. Okay. So that's why, since it is also a definite one, we have to mark this as the wrong answer. Okay. So both are wrong. Will either or come here? No, because the elements are different here. So the first point is not following. So either or is not our option. Then our option has to be what? Either or. Okay. So here the answer is fourth option. Neither conclusion follows. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Okay. So just pause this video. Okay. This is an easy question. Just pause it and just try it. After that you can see the solution part. Okay. Now if we are just discussing it, the first statement says that no bike is bus. So that means bike and bus are not connected. Okay. Bike is not connected to bus. Okay. Now the second statement says that all bus are truck. So bus is completely inside the truck. Okay. That is also fine. Okay. Now third statement says that all trucks are cars. That means truck is completely inside the car. Okay. So truck is completely inside the car. Okay. Now we can just cross check the conclusions. What does the first conclusion say? All bus are car. Okay. So is all bus car? Yes, because bus is this small circle and car is this outer circle. So we can see that bus is completely inside the car. So all bus are car is the right one. Okay. Now discussing the second conclusion, some cars are trucks. Is it right or wrong? Okay, this is an interesting one. Some cars are trucks. So we can say that since car is the outer circle, okay, so this much portion is truck. Okay, so this much portion of the car is struck, okay, but the other portion we don't know, okay. So here they have connected it with using the sum case. So some cars or trucks, we can say, is it right or wrong? So some car is the outer circle, this much portion we know is struck, okay, and they have told that some cars are trucks, okay. So that is right here, okay. So the second conclusion is also right, okay. So if they were saying that all cars are trucks, that is wrong, okay. Not every car is truck, and if they are saying all trucks are car, that is also right, okay. So here as well, some cars are truck is also right, okay, based on the Venn diagram and statement given. So here as well, both are right. So which option is our answer? Yeah, third option, that both conclusions follow, okay. Now, okay, moving on to the next one. First we can draw the Venn diagram, okay. So what they have given, some lion are tigers, okay. So the Venn diagram will be looking in this manner, okay. So lion and tiger are connected by using the sum relation. Now what does the second statement say? Some tigers are panthers. So tigers and panthers are also connected using the sum relation, okay. Now the last one, all panthers are elephants. So panther has to be completely inside the elephant, okay. I hope that you got that, okay. Now just discussing the conclusions now. The first conclusion says that some elephants are tigers. Is it right or wrong? Yeah, this is right, because we can see this in the Venn diagram, because see, tiger is this circle, okay, and we can see that the elephant is the outer circle and they have a common portion here, okay. So some elephants are tigers is the right one. Now the second conclusion says that all lions are elephants. Is it right or wrong? It has to be wrong, because do lion and elephant have a direct relation? No. So they are not having a direct relation. So because of that, we can say that second conclusion is wrong, okay. So the first one is right, second one is wrong. So which is our option? Yeah. Only conclusion one follows will be the answer here, okay. So hope that you are getting it, okay. So we can move to the next question now. So first we can just draw the Venn diagram. So some oranges are apples, okay. First we can just draw that, some okay. So some oranges are apples, okay. The second statement they have given that all lemons are apples. So the lemons are completely inside apples, okay. Okay. So lemons are completely inside apples. Now they have given that no apple is guava. So apple and guava have a no relation here, okay. Now we can just cross verify the conclusions. So first conclusion they have given that some oranges are lemons. So we are just seeing oranges and lemons, as we can see. Do they have a direct relation? No, they don't have a direct relation. So first conclusion and second conclusion are wrong, okay, because they have connected oranges and lemons itself. So if two conclusions are or two elements don't have a direct relation, then obviously any conclusion will be wrong there, okay. So both are wrong. So what we can do, if both are wrong, we can just try for either or case, okay. So what were the 3 points there? First point was the elements have to be same. So here as we can see, oranges and lemons have been taken in both the conclusions. So the first point is right. Second point was one conclusion has to be a positive one and the other has to be negative. So that is also okay, okay. One conclusion they started with some and the other they have started with no, okay, and both were wrong individually, as we have seen, okay. And this is also a complementary pair, okay. Some and no is also complementary pair. So every condition is satisfying. So here what we can do, we can mark our answer as option 4, that is either conclusions follow, okay. Now moving on to the next one. Okay, so first what we can do here is we can just draw the diagram. So two statements are only there. First one is saying that no P is N. So P and N are not having a relation here. Okay, so that is given. Then they have told that all N are G. So that means N is completely inside G. Okay, N is completely inside G. Okay. Now just cross verifying with the conclusions. First one says that all P are G. So can we say all P are G? No, we can't say that all P are G because P and N have a no relation. So that portion of G can't be connected with P. So all P are G is not going to satisfy here. Some G are P, is it right or wrong? Some G are P, can we say is it right or wrong? No. Okay, that is also not sure. Because as we see this portion we can say, okay, this portion of G we can say is not connected with P, but the other portion, okay, the other portion of G can't be said if it is related to P or not. So here as we can see both conclusions are wrong. Okay, so what we can do, we can just try for either or. So here as well the elements are the same, so that is okay. The second point was one has to be a positive, second has to be a negative conclusion, that is also okay. Okay. One conclusion is connected with all and the other is connected with some node. So one is positive conclusion, other is negative, and both are individually wrong. Okay, now just looking through, this is also a complementary pair. Okay, all and some node have are a complementary pair, but we have discussed a point. Okay, in case of all and some node, we have to see that the elements have to be placed in the straight form or in the parallel form. That means if they have in all, if they have given first element as P and the second as G, in some node as well that order has to be maintained. Okay, but we can see, is the order maintained here? No, because in case of all, first is P and second is G, but in case of some node, first they have connected with the element G and then they have placed P. So if there is a mismatch there, then we can't give the answer as either. So we have to mark here our answer as neither option. Okay, so very important concept with regards to either or case. Okay, so hope that you got the point. So conditions are all satisfying here, but the issue is in case of all and some not, the elements position has to be same. Okay, if they have connected one with P and G, then the second also has to be placed in that manner. If the order is different, we can't give the answer as either, and in that scenario our answer has to be neither option. Okay, so hope you are getting that point. Okay, now moving to the next question here. Okay, moving to the next one. So here we can just draw the diagram first. So all A are B. So all the A have to be placed inside B. Okay, and some B are C. So B are C are also connected using the sum relation. Okay. Now just looking through the conclusions here. First says that no A are C. That means what? A and C don't have a connection. So as we can see, A and C are not connected directly, so any definite conclusion will be wrong here. Okay, so both are wrong. So what we can now look for is either or case. So I think points you are aware of that. So both are individually wrong. Elements are the same. One is a positive conclusion, the other is a negative one. Okay, and this is also a complementary pair as well. So we can mark our option as either option, that is either conclusions follow. Okay, so hope you are getting that. Now moving to the next question here, that is the 35th question. Statements what they have given: all Z are Y, all Y are X, all W are X. Okay, so three statements they have given. So first what we can do is, first we can just connect it using the Venn diagram. Okay, now just starting it off. So all Z are Y means how will we be connecting that? So Z is completely inside Y. Okay. Now the second one, what does it say? All Y are X. So that means Y is, okay, just draw the diagram a bit below. Okay, so first one said that all Z are Y. So all Z are Y. Okay. Second statement is all Y are X. So every Y is X. Okay. The third one, what does it say? All W are X. Okay. So all Y is X, all W is X. So W is completely inside X. Okay. So it could be any part. I am just drawing it like this, or it could be inside Y or Z as well. Okay. That is also a possibility. But since they haven't connected them, so I have just placing W just outside of Y. Okay. Now, if just cross checking the conclusions here, what does the first conclusion say? All W are Z. All W are Z. Is it right or wrong? W and Z we don't. It could be right, it could be wrong. So, if you are not sure in case of definite conclusion, that conclusion has to be wrong. Okay. So, all W or Z is wrong. In case of some not, some Z are not W, that is also not sure, since we don't know if W and Z are connected or not. Okay. So, here as well both the conclusions are wrong. So, you can just look for either or option. So, conditions, I think you are now just aware of that. So, elements are the same, that is also okay. This is a complementary pair as we can see. Okay. So, all the other conditions have to be okay here. But what is the problem here as well? The position of the elements is different. So, first they have connected in case of all W and Z, but in case of sum not they have started with Z and then placed W. So, in case of, as we discussed, in case of sum not and all, the position of the elements have to be in the same order. Okay, otherwise we can't give the option as either. So, here as well, because of that issue, we have to mark our answer as option 4, that is neither conclusion follows. Okay. So, hope that you are getting the concept here. Okay. Now, moving to the next one. Okay. So, first what we can do is just draw the diagram here first. So, what they have given, all K are S. Okay. So, all K are S, we can just draw it first. Okay. So, all the K is inside S. Okay. Now, second one, what second statement what they have given is no S is B. So, S and B they haven't connected it directly. Okay. Yeah. Now, moving to the conclusion part, they have given that some K are B. So, some K are B, is it right or wrong? So, as we can see here, from this Venn diagram, what we can conclude is that K and B have a no relation between them. Okay. Why is it so? Because K is completely inside S, S and B are having a no relation. So, the element inside S also has to have a no relation there. Okay. So, because of that, the first one is wrong and the second one is right, because B and K don't have a relation. So, first is wrong and second is right. So, which option is the one? Second option is there. Okay. Now, we are just looking through sum and no is a complementary pair. So, always first what you have to do, first you have to just look if any of the conclusions is right or wrong. Okay. If both are wrong, then only try for either or case. Okay. Don't just, if you are just seeing the complementary pair, don't mark it as either or option. That is not the concept. First you have to, what you have to do? First you have to just cross verify the conclusions using the Venn diagram. If both are wrong according to Venn diagram, then only look for the either or case. Okay. Now, moving to the next question here. Okay, 37. So, first we can just draw the Venn diagram here. So, they are told that all A are B. So, A is completely inside B. Okay. Then what they have told is some B are C. So, B are C have a some relation. Okay, that is also fine. Then they have given that some C are D. Okay. C and D are also connected using a some relation here. Okay. Now, if we are just looking through the conclusions, what they have given is first conclusion says that all A are C. Is it right or wrong? No, because A and C are not connected here directly. So, every definite conclusion has to be wrong. So, all A are C is wrong. Likewise, some A are not C is also wrong. Okay. So, if both are wrong, now just look for either or case. Okay. So, as we can see, the elements are same. one is a positive conclusion, the other is a negative one. Both are individually wrong. This is also a complementary pair. Okay, and as we can see, the positions of the elements are also same. First they have given here A and C, then they have placed in some knot as well A and C. So since the position is also okay here, in this case we can mark our answer as which option? Either or. So this is also an important question. Okay. In the previous questions, the issue was coming in this case. The position of the elements were different, so we had to mark our option as neither. But in this case, that is also been corrected in this question. So we can mark our option as either conclusion follows. Okay. So hope you are getting it. Moving on to the next question. Okay, now we are just going to discuss another concept. Okay, so the concept is only concept. Okay, so what does only mean? Say I have just given an example. If say they have given a statement like only A or B, what does it mean? So if in the statement they have given only A or B, okay, you have to take this as all B or A. Okay, the first point is that. Okay, so if they are given in the statement only A or B, what you have to do? We have to take that statement as all B or A. Okay, so all B or A is easy to draw. So how will it come? So B has to be completely inside A. Okay, now we can just so this has some specialities as well. So that is also we can just discuss it. So I have just given an example question. So they have given some statements here, and we have also going to discuss some conclusions that is a bit different when compared to the previous questions. Okay. So first what we can do, we can just draw the Venn diagram according to the statements. So only A or B we have already placed it. The second statement says that sum A or C. So that means A and C have a sum relation here. Okay, that is okay. Then what they have given, sum C or D. So that is also we can just place it. C and D are connected using a sum relation. Then what they have told that all D are E. So D is completely inside here E. Okay. So D here is completely inside E. Okay. Now just some points you need to remember. In case of only the element which is coming inside, in this case as we can see, B is completely inside A. So the element which is coming inside, it doesn't have as we can say, it should always have a negative relation between with the other elements. Okay, it is not going to have any relation with other element except A. Only it has a connection with A. All the other elements it can have a negative relation, but positive relation is always wrong in this case. Okay, just we can just look for some conditions as well. So they have given some conclusions. So first one, no B or C. So no B or C, what we have to do? We have to take it as right. Why? Because as I said, B is inside A, so B only has a relation with A. With all the other elements, it can have a negative relation, but positive relation is always wrong. Okay, so that's why we are saying that no B or C is right. Okay. Now next one, no D or B, is it right? Yeah, this is also right because B and D don't have a relation. Okay, that is one reason. But as I said, in only case the element which is coming inside only has a relation with, in this case is A. All the other elements it could have a negative relation. So no D or B is also right. Okay. Now we have connected a conclusion using a possibility as well. What they have told, all BR is a possibility. Okay. So in case of possibility, what is the concept? Okay, possibility situation. What you have to look is, if you don't have a direct relation between the elements, all the possible, or if a conclusion is connected with possibility, that is right. Okay, but if you already know a conclusion between them and it is being connected with possibility, that is always wrong. Okay, now if you see in this case, all BR is a possibility is what they have told. Okay, so we already know that can B and E have a positive relation? No. So that is 100% sure that B and E can't have a positive relation. So we already know that, and if it is connected with the possibility, does it change anything? No, it is not going to change anything. So that's why here we can say that this conclusion is wrong. Okay, so easy concept. If you are just given a statement related to only, the thing you have to remember is like we said in the example, only A or B, you have to take it as all B or A, and the element which is coming inside always has an negative relation with the other elements. Only positive relation it can have is with, in this case, is A. All the other elements have to be connected with B using a negative conclusion. Okay, so that is an important concept with regards to only. Okay, now moving on to the next concept, which says only a few. So only a few A or B, we have taken an example as a statement. Only a few A or B means what? That means only some portion of A is connected with B, all the other portions of A are not connected with B. So in the Venn diagram we can just place it like this, that only a small portion of A is connected with B, okay, all the other portions are not connected with B. So this is how we are drawing this only a few case. So if we are just decoding this statement, from this we can get 2 points, that is only a few A or B means some A or B and some A or not. So it is a combination of both this, some A or B and some A or not B. That means some portion of A will be B, but some portion of A won't be B. So this is an important concept. So we are drawing the Venn diagram using this sort of logic. Okay. So this basically means that only a small portion of A is connected with B, other portions are not connected with B. Okay. So that is an important point. We can just look for some conditions as well, as we have just given here. So if I am just taking that this condition that some A or not B. Okay. So what are the possibilities that could come? So these are the conclusions. So what are conclusions could come with regards to this? We can just cross verify it. So the first conclusion says that all A or B is a possibility. So is it right or wrong? What we have discussed, that only a few A or B means what? Only a small portion of A is connected to B. All the other portions are not connected to B. Here they have told that all A or B is a possibility. So we already know that all A or B is it possible in only a few cases? No, it is not possible. So we already know it is not possible, and if say we are connecting a possibility, will it be right or wrong? It won't be right. Okay, so that's why the first conclusion, as we can say, is wrong. Okay, now moving on to the second conclusion, what they are told, some A or not B. That is right, because we already know only a few A or B is a combination of some A or B and some A or not B. So some A or not B is right. Okay, now the next one, all B or A is a possibility. That means all B in total could be A. That is a possibility that they have told. So that could be a possibility. Okay, because we don't know, we just know only a few A or B means what? Only a small portion of A is connected with B. We know with regards to A, but with regards to B we don't know. So all B or A is a possibility could be right or could be wrong. So if we are not sure of that, by adding possibility we can say that conclusion will be right. Okay, so some may or not be, all B or A is a possibility is right in that case. Okay, now moving on to the next one, some B are not A. So here we have told that some B are not A. Is it right or wrong? No, it will be wrong. Why? Because we don't know. We only know that some A are not B, some B are not A could be right. Okay, but here they have told it in a form of a definite conclusion. So that's why we can say that this conclusion is wrong. Say if they were adding a possibility here, some B or not A is a possibility here, then we would say that that conclusion is right, because we don't know with respect to B. It sometimes there is a possibility that some B could not be A, but if we are just saying it as a definite conclusion, then that has to be wrong. Okay. So if they haven't added a possibility here, then this conclusion is wrong. Okay. So, these are two important concepts. Okay. So, this has been asked in our exams as well. So, just make sure you understand the concept. In case of only, what was the main points that we discussed? In case of only, like we took an example, only A or B means what? All B are. That means the element which is inside, in that case it was B. So, B only has a positive relation with A. All the other elements, negative relation is okay, that is right, but positive relation is always wrong. Okay, in case of only a few basically means what? Only a few A or B means what? Only a small portion of A is connected with B. So, it is a combination of two, that is some A are B and some A are not B. Okay, and we just discussed some of the conclusions that could possibly come in the questions with regards if the statement has an only case or only a few case. Okay, so I hope that you got an idea. Now, what we are going to do is going to just discuss some of the questions that could come based on these concepts. Okay. Okay. So, we can just discuss this question here. So, statement they have given. So, first what we can do, we can just read it, or first what they have given an statement related to only a few, then they have an only case and all case as well. So, first you can do is, first you can just draw the Venn diagram here. So, only a few music is sweet. How we can draw it? That means okay, that means a small portion of music is connected to sweet. Okay, so we can draw it like this. Okay. Now, no sweet is tasty. Okay, so that means sweet and tasty have a no relation. So that is okay. Now, third one, all tasty is mango. So, tasty is completely inside mango. This is mango. First M was music. Okay, so this is how a Venn diagram looks like. Now, just discussing the conclusions. The first conclusion says that some mango are not sweet. Is it right or wrong? Some mango are not sweet. So, that is right. Okay, we have done discuss this concept in many of the questions. Since sweet and tasty have a no relation, and since tasty is completely inside a mango, that portion of mango won't be connected to sweet. So, that is why some mango are not sweet will be right here. Okay. Now, the next conclusion, what they have told, no music is tasty. They are told that music and tasty have a no relation. Okay. So, is it can we say that? No, we know that only a few music is tasty. So, music and tasty they have connected. So, do they have a direct relation? No, they do not have a direct relation. So, that is why no music is tasty will be wrong here. Okay. So, the first one is only right and the second conclusion is wrong here. So, which option we can mark an answer as? Yeah, first option, that is only conclusion 1 follows. Okay. Now, moving on to the next question here. Okay. So, just pause the video here. Okay. Try this question and then just look through the conclusions and just cross verify if you are getting the answer as right or wrong. Okay. And just comment your answers in the video below. Okay. Now, if you just drawing this Venn diagram here, only a few grape is orange, mango. Okay. So, how will the Venn diagram look? So, grape is here, mango is here, only a few. That means not every portion of grape will be related to mango. Okay. Now, only a few mango is onion. So, the same condition. Okay. Now, the last one, all onion and apple. So, onion is completely inside whom apple. Okay. So, this is how a Venn diagram will be looking like. Now, discussing the conclusions. The first conclusion says that some grapes are apple is a possibility. Okay. So, some grapes are apple is a possibility. Is it right or wrong? So, as we can see, grape and apple do not have a direct relation. So, as we know, if they don't have a direct relation, any conclusion which is connected to a possibility will be right. Okay. So, that is why the first conclusion is right here. Okay. Now, moving on to the second conclusion, that is some mango or apple is a possibility. Okay. Is it right or wrong? So, mango and apple. So, what is the relation? We know that only a few mango is onion. They have told that some mango or apple is a possibility. So, is it right or wrong? Some mango or apple, as we know, from here what we can say that only a few mango is onion they have given, and we know onion is completely inside the apple portion. Okay. So, what we can say here? So, they have told that mango and apple have a some relation. Okay. So, is it possible or not? That is what they have told. It is not a definite conclusion. This is connected to a possibility as well. Okay. So, what we can say from here is, as we can see in the Venn diagram, they both have a relation. We know that not all mango could be related to onion, but some could be connected. As we know, so only a few means there is a combination of some and some not. So, we can say that some mango could be onion, that is a possibility. Here they have said that some mango or apple is a possibility. So, that is also a possibility, because since they both are connected by some. Okay. So, it is been understood that mango and apple have a some relation, but here what is the change? They have connected it using a possibility. Okay. So, that is a difference here. Okay. So, which option you can mark your answer as? You can mark your answer as that the second conclusion won't follow. What is the reason behind that? Because we already know that some mango is apple here. Okay, we know that already using the Venn diagram. So, as we said, if you know a condition and that is connected using a possibility, that conclusion has to be wrong. Okay, so that is the main concept of possibility. Possibility, what you have to do? If two elements have no relation between them or direct relation is not there, in that case possibility is always right. Okay. So, now we can move to the next question here. So, what are the statement says? First statement is related to some not. Okay, some peanut are not pink. So, first what we can do, we can just draw that. So, some, okay, so some peanut is not pink. Okay. Now, the second statement says that all pink are dull. Okay. So, pink is completely inside dull. Okay. Now, what does the third statement says? Only a few dull is shiny. So, what we can say that not every portion of dull will be related to shiny. Okay. Now, we are just looking through the conclusions now. What does the first conclusion say? Some pink are shiny. Is it right or wrong? Some pink are shiny. What we can say? So, dull, as we know, dull and shiny are connected. So, we know using an only a few relation. Okay. So, here they have told that some pink are shiny. So, is it right or wrong? We can't say direct relation because pink and shiny are not connected directly. So, every definite conclusion here will be wrong, as we have studied in the previous questions. So, here what we can see, you can just look for the either or case. So, I think conditions are, now you can know it easily. The elements are same, that is okay. Then one is a positive conclusion, the other is a negative, and both were individually wrong, and some and nor, as you know, is a complementary pair. So, here what we can mark our answer as option 4, that is either conclusion 4. Okay. I hope that you got it. Moving to the next question. Okay, now we can just first draw the Venn diagram here. So, first is related to only a few grapes are plum. Okay, only a few grapes are plum. Okay. Now the second statement says that all plums are cabbage. So all the plums are cabbage. Okay. Then what they have told? No cabbage is mint. So cabbage and mint are related, are not related, as you can say. Okay. Now if we just connecting the conclusions here, what does the first conclusion say? Some grapes are not plum. Is it right or wrong? Some grapes are not plum. Okay. So as we know, they have only a few relations. Only a few relations. What we discussed, two will be right. Some grapes are plum is right, and some grapes are not plum is also right. Okay. So here they have given that second case. So we can directly say that the first conclusion is right here. Okay. Now moving on to the second conclusion, some plums can never be mint. So can never be basically means what? In any conditions, if anyhow we are connecting that, it is not possible. That is what they have told. So we have to just see if it is possible or not. If it is not possible, what they have told is right. If it is possible, we can say that that conclusion is wrong. Okay. We just see this. Some plums can never be mint. So plum and mint have been connected. So what we can say here, as we know, cabbage and mint are having a no relation, and plum is completely inside cabbage. So what we can say, if cabbage is having a no relation, we can easily say that plum is also going to have a no relation with mint. Okay. So from there what we can say, some plums can never be mint is right, because they have a no relation. So is some relation a possibility? No, it is not possibility. So that's why we can say this can never be mint is right, because we already know it is they have a no relation. So any other relation is all, we can automatically say it is not possible. Okay. So both are right. So which option is our answer? Both conclusions follow will be the answer. Okay. Good question. I hope that you got the solution. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Okay. 44th, we can just first draw the Venn diagram as we usually do. Okay. So students, you can just pause the video and try it and then just cross check the solution to see if your answer is right or wrong. Okay. Now if you are just drawing the Venn diagram here first, what does the first statement say? All donkeys wolf. So donkey is completely inside the wolf. Okay. Now what does the second statement say? Only a few wolf are rabbit. So that means not all wolf are rabbit, as we can understand here. Now what does the third statement say? Some rabbits are not rats. Okay, so this is rabbit. So some rabbit is not rat, as they have told. Okay. Now just cross check for the conclusions. What does the first conclusion say? Some donkey are rabbits. So some donkey are rabbits, as they have told. Okay. So is it right or wrong? No, that is right, because we already know that this wolf and rabbit have only a few relation. Only a few relation means what? Some wolves are connected to rabbit. So since some wolves are connected to rabbit, since donkey is inside wolf, that some relation will be working here. Okay. So that's why some donkey or rabbits is right here. Okay. Now moving to the second conclusion, no wolves are rats. Is it right or wrong? Wolf and rat have a no relation, as it been said in the conclusion. Okay. Just cross checking it. Wolf is this big circle and rat is the final circle which we have drawn here. Okay. So we know that rabbit and rat have a some not relation. So we can say that we don't have a direct relation between wolf and rat. Okay. Just cross checking, any relations possible? No, we don't have a direct relation, as we can see. So that way we have already discussed in the previous course. If you don't have a direct relation, then always the definite conclusion is wrong. Okay. So that's why the second one we can mark it as wrong. So the first is right and second is wrong. So which is our option? First option we can mark. That is only conclusion 1 follows will be the right. Okay. So, hope you got the second one, because wolf and rat do not have a direct relation. So, that is why no wolf or rats will be wrong. Okay. Now, moving on to the next one. Okay. So, first we can just draw the Venn diagram. What they have told, all months are September. Okay. All the months are September as they have told. Okay. Then no September is 2022. So, September is not having a relation with 2022. Then only a few 2022 is May. So, this was month. Okay. So, that means not every 2022 will be May. Okay. Okay. So, now cross checking with the conclusion part. What they are told, some September is May. Is it right or wrong? Some September is May. So, some September May, is it a possibility? Okay, we do not know if they have a direct relation. So, that is why definite conclusion will be wrong. So, both are connected with September and May. So, both are wrong. Okay. Now, just cross check for either or case. So, the elements are same, that is okay. Then one conclusion is positive, the other is negative, that is also okay. Both are individually wrong. And as we know, sum and no is also a complementary pair. So, that is why we can mark our answer as option 4, that is either. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Okay. Now, the next question is related to only case. Okay. So, first what we can just draw the Venn diagram. So, we know only violet is indigo. How we are going to draw? What we have to take it as? We have to take it as all indigo is violet. Okay. So, you have to take it in that form, that is all indigo is violet, in that form you have to take. Okay. So, just drawing that first. So, all violet is indigo. Okay. Now, the other statements, some yellow is violet. Okay. So, some yellow is, sorry, we have drawn, there is an error in the drawing. Okay, just a second. Okay. So, we have to draw it as all indigo is violet. Okay. So, the indigo should be completely inside white. Okay. Now, the second statement, some yellow is violet. Okay. So, some part of yellow is violet. Okay. Now, the last one, some orange is yellow. Okay. So, some part of orange is yellow. Okay. Now, just cross checking for the conclusions. So, what does the first conclusion say? Some indigo is orange. Okay. So, indigo orange, does it have a direct relation? No. So, we can say that conclusion won't follow. Now, the next one says that some violet is orange. So, violet and orange, does it have a direct relation? No. Okay. So, that is also wrong. Okay. So, we can say that both are wrong here. Either or case, is it possible? No. The elements are different. Here orange is same, but here first they are connected with indigo, then violet. So, no chance of either or. So, option has to be neither nor. Okay. Okay. Now, moving to the next question here. So, here they have given some statements. First, we can just draw the Venn diagram. So, what was the first statement? No elephant is giraffe. Okay. So, that means elephant and giraffe have a no relation. Okay. Now, the second statement says that only a few elephants are rhinoceros. Okay. So, that means they have only a few conditions. So, we just draw that. Not every elephant could be rhinoceros. Okay. Now, some rhinoceros are crocodile. So, here they have a some relation. Okay. Now, we can just look for the conclusion part. What does the first conclusion says? All elephant can be rhinoceros. So, as we can see, can be is what? What does can be indicate? It indicates that this is an indefinite conclusion. So, you have to look that in that form. Okay. So, both, as we can see, both conclusions are indefinite or in form of a possibility case. Okay. So, first we can just look for it. Conclusion 1 says all elephant can be rhinoceros. So, is it possible or not? What we have to look. Okay. So, is it possible? Okay. So, we know that only a few, okay. So, elephant and rhinoceros they have connected. Okay. So, we already know that only a few elephants are rhinoceros, that we know. Okay. Here they have told that all elephants can be rhinoceros. Okay. So, in that case we already know that all elephants can't be rhinoceros, only a few cases we already know that. So, we already know it is not possible. So, if it is connected with a possibility, will it be right? No. So, that is why the first conclusion is wrong. Okay. Now, moving to the second conclusion, some giraffe can be crocodile. Okay. Now, that is also a possibility. So, we can just look for it, giraffe and crocodile. Okay. So, as we see, they do not have a direct relation. So, if they do not have a direct relation, then obviously the possibility is right. Okay. So, that is why the second conclusion is right. The reason being they do not have a direct relation. So, that is why possibility will be right there. Okay. So, the first one is wrong, the second is right. So, which is our option here? Yeah, our option has to be second option, that is only conclusion 2 follows. Okay. So, these were some of the important concepts of syllogism. So, I hope that you got a brief idea of this topic. So, like I said in the starting of the session, that try to by doing the questions, what you have to look for, you just try to give the explanation of why this conclusion is right and why this is wrong. If you are able to give that answer, this topic will be a bit more easier. Okay. So, just try to practice a few more questions and try to make this topic strong. Okay. So, we are winding up with this topic for now. We will be moving to the coming sessions, we will be moving to the next topic. Okay. So, thank you very much.